Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're on day 303. Yes, 303. We have been here 303 days straight. Wow. Congratulations. 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 Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Pardon the few minutes late start. Things weren't set up on Clubhouse for today, and so usually everything is set up everywhere. My wonderful, wonderful team, usually they have everything already set up and ready to go. There must have been just a little glitch because I went to look for the Clubhouse room and I couldn't find it for 303. So it's all good now. It's all good. It just took a couple of extra minutes to get that together. And I know in those couple of extra minutes we were being silent, right? Let's breathe. We are on every morning here together to clear our minds, to expand awareness of the God self, to deepen in love, light, and truth, to be clear vessels and conduits for source, to remember that we are one with source, to learn magic in a very high iteration of magic. Clear the mind. Set your intention for the day that your day will be peaceful. Your day will have power moves in it. Your day is a day aligned with source. Your day is a day that is full of joy and bliss, euphoria, ecstasy, cosmic orgasm. This is an energetic shift. And now, remembering who we are with a mind clear, we engage the wisdom of A Course in Miracles, lesson 303. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you have the book, you can read in the book. If you don't have the book, you can read it at acim.org. The Holy Christ is born in me today. I do want to remind us on YouTube and all platforms that there are no ads running on the YouTube channel for A Course in Miracles in 2022. No ads. Therefore, we love all of our super chatters. We love all of our channel members. We love all of our cash appers, all of those who send Bitcoin. We love it, love it, love it. Yes, Kaisi loves Bitcoin, even in Cash App. So you'll find the links below this vid to join the channel if you desire for $4.99 a month, and that is supporting the lovely work of this channel. Or you can do a one-time gift, or you can, besides being a channel member or a gift, you can join the party and come to one of our events, or join in the celebration, join us in Ascension, or a soul excursion, or initiation, all of which are open to you. The Holy Christ is born in me today. The Holy Christ is born in me today. Watch with me, angels. Watch with me today. You mean we're going on angelic power today? Oh, yes. Watch, and I'm going to show you something at the conclusion of this of this reading of the course. Remind me to show you the ritual altar spell I did yesterday for global travel for all of us. So if you want to travel anywhere with us or anywhere with us, we have a powerful spell covering all of our travel now. A powerful spell. Something really powerful is cooking. The video will go up on the Christian Witches YouTube channel today. It does call on supernatural forces, and we could also call on the angelic realm. Watch with me, angels. Watch with me today. Let all God's holy thoughts surround me, and be still with me while heaven's son is born. What are the holy thoughts? The holy thoughts are also angels. You are a holy thought in the mind of God that has never left its source. Angels are a holy thought in the mind of God that has never left its source. Your ancestors are holy thoughts in the mind of God that have never left their source. All of us are emanating from source. Surround yourself with God's holy thoughts. Surround yourself with angels. There's a powerful, powerful ritual in the Golden Dawn magical tradition that has an angel before you, an angel behind you, an angel to your right, an angel to your left. It is powerful. And when I first got a hold of that, I did it, even though I was not a member of that religious, of that spiritual, of that magical tradition. I knew that it would serve me well, and I knew that angels are open and welcoming to all people. Let earthly sounds be quiet, and the sights to which I am accustomed disappear. Let earthly sounds quiet. Let Christ be welcomed where he is at home. Christ is not a person. Christ is you. Christ is me. Christ is you in your perfected, created state. That is Christ. Now we call it Christ or Christos. You could call it many, many, many different things. You could call it Buddha nature. You could call it perfection. You could call it nirvana. You could call it heaven. You could call it whatever you desire. Heaven, Christ is perfection. Some call it perfection. As a Christian witch, I would call it Christ. It's not better. It's just different. Use whatever works for you. And let him hear the sounds he understands. See, Christ, your true self, your perfected self, is born today, and the Christ self hears the sounds that he understands. He, she, they. This is not about gender. Don't get caught in the quagmire of gender. Don't get caught in there, because it's above that. You're far beyond gender. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. We are talking about masculine and feminine. And let him hear the sounds he understands, and see but sights that show his father's love. The only thing you're going to see today are things that show you your father's love. The love of Mother, Father, God, the love of the universe, the love of spirit, the love of source. Those are the only things that you're going to see today. It's not that you're ignoring the other things. No, it's that the other things that you used to look upon that would pretend to proclaim, they're lying. that this is a tragic world, this is a horrible world, this is a lost world, this is a killing world, a stealing world, a warring world, all those things fall away. And in the Christ vision, all we see are witnesses to God's love. All we see is God's love. How would you love to only see God's love? Let him no longer be a stranger here, for he is born again in me today. Let Christ not be a stranger here. Christ, a stranger to myself. Because Christ in me, Christ in you cannot be a stranger to anyone or anything. Christ is born in me today. Christ is born in you today. Surround your thoughts, self, with the thoughts of God. Angels, ancestors enlightened, ascended masters, spirit helpers. The quantum physicist, actually the evolutionary biologist, Donald Holland calls them conscious agents. Yes, a scientist. A dyed-in-the-wool scientist is speaking to us about agents, conscious agents far beyond the third dimension. Here is our prayer for today. Your son is welcome, Father. Your son is welcome, Father. He has come to save me from the evil self I made. This great cosmic Christ in me, the perfection of my own self, has come to show me that I have created a false world. Save me from what I made. Save me from myself. This is why you never have to concern yourself with protection magic. You never have to concern yourself with someone else throwing hands. You never have to concern yourself with people throwing mojo at you. You don't have to concern yourself with that. Why? Elevate above it. Now, if you're at one certain level of consciousness, you have to be very concerned about that. Because there's some powerful practitioners on this planet. Super powerful magical practitioners. And some of them are throwing hands to the left-hand path, and some are throwing hands to the right-hand path. And who knows? It's all good. It doesn't matter. It's a big universe. Everybody's room for everybody. Do whatever you like. Source said, you create your reality, and nothing changed that. So if you give an aspect of your consciousness to someone else in fear, they now have a conduit through which they can, yes, of course, do all manner of things. And what I'm recommending is go above that. There is a field above that. And in this field of perfect love, where you have surrounded yourself with the thoughts of God, where you walk with the angels, where you were in the rarefied air of Abraham and Daniel, they couldn't take Daniel down. Couldn't do it. They kept trying. Oh, they were so jealous. Daniel had so many haters. And Daniel was not in his hometown. Daniel was snatched from his hometown. He was in a diaspora, snatched and brought into captivity into Babylon. Daniel wasn't in his home. Everything wasn't peaches and cream for Daniel. Daniel had a very, very big issue going on in his life. They were in captivity. His whole people were in captivity according to the story, yes? And trust me, I don't care if there's a real person named Daniel. I don't care if the real person named Daniel sat down and wrote the book of Daniel. None of that concerns me. When I read the Bible, I don't take it literally. The Bible is metaphor, allegory. The Bible is Aesop's fables. The Bible is metaphysical. It's astrological. It's numerological, magical, mystical. The Bible is so many more dimensions and layers than what is on the surface. That you will stop going past the literal and the historical. That's one way to look at it. And I love that. I love looking at history about the Bible. Love it. That's not where I'm going to rest my spiritual house. My spiritual house is far beyond that in heaven. And there's helpful things in the Bible. So I use what is helpful. Isn't that what you're doing with every book? You pick up a book, you don't follow everything in any book. You read what's helpful. Even if you pick up a cookbook, you don't go in the cookbook and say, okay, I'm going to make every single recipe in this cookbook. And I can't make any other recipes from any other cookbook because this is the cookbook and this is the only cookbook. And I can only cook from this cookbook. That's ludicrous. No one does that. You have many cookbooks. You pick up a cook. It's me. I have many cookbooks. I have the Teachings of Buddha. I have the Gnostic Bible. I have God. I have the Bible. I have many cookbooks. You want to do a spell? Pick one. You have many magic books. You want to do a spell? Pick one. You have many cookbooks. You want to do a dinner? Pick one. I hope you pick Max Tucci's book because he's going to be a guest with us coming up soon in his new book, The Delmonico Way. Anywho, Daniel had a lot of issues, and I don't know if there's a historical Daniel. I'm talking about the allegory and the story that fills my soul about Daniel. And many people do not know this because they only read one Bible, the only Bible they let you read, right? And now you're grown. You can read anything you want. And if you go beyond the Bible, where Daniel is thrown into the lion's den, you can see that Daniel actually killed a dragon. Yes, there's a dragon in this particular Bible book. Look it up. It's called Bel and the Dragon. Look it up. And Daniel came up with a very clever way to kill this dragon. They couldn't put that in the Bible because they don't want you to believe in dragons. They don't want you to think that there are dragons. Yet, if you read Genesis, once again, you'll find a dragon as well. These are in more books of the Bible. So here we have Daniel. Oh, hold on a minute. I've just got to invite. I've got to invite two people that I absolutely care about and love into this conversation because they know all about it. And that is Jared and Colton. So it's a Sunday morning. I don't know, they may not be up this early, yet I'm going to go ahead and send them the link. That if they are, pardon me for a moment while I do this, while I send this link to a couple of friends. I apologize for the diversion. Now, Daniel was in very bad straits. And yet, Daniel was able to elevate. He elevated amidst being a captive in a foreign land, amidst not having things the way he wanted to have it, amidst haters in the place, hating on him at every turn. As he was elevating, and he was not ambitious. He wasn't trying to elevate, I'm going to get to the top. He wasn't ambitious. He was being his regular self, sharing his gifts. And as the word says, this word, there's many words. As the word said, many words, all expression of the one word, right? Love. The word says, if you read the Bible, even though, of course, the Quran is the word, all of them are the word. In the word that is the Bible, it says that Daniel prayed every day at the same time. Y'all know this story? That's what got him thrown into the lion's pit. He prayed every day at the same. His spiritual practice never changed. He prayed every day, no matter where he was. I just want to be like Daniel. He's one of my spirit teams. The spirit, the archetype, the spiritual cosmic power that is Daniel, super powerful and super powerful with magic. Sat among lions. What is that? That's a metaphor that you can sit among things that would gobble you whole. This is our metaphysical family. What does a lion represent? Your biggest, most terrifying, most horrific thing that can gobble you whole. You know that thing that you're most afraid of? Yeah, that thing. That's your lion. And not only was he sitting with one, he was sitting with a bunch of them. Your haters are a lion. This is all metaphysical. Yes? He sat amongst things that could gobble him whole, and he was gone. He probably went straight into his spiritual practice. And all those things that would naturally have pounced on him stayed peaceful. Why? Because his emanation, his vibration of peace was so profound that what it's telling you is that it can even touch the beastly nature. Lion represents in the tarot your beastly nature. So if you bring up tarot card 7, let's just do the strength card. If you bring up the strength card, and you Google, I'm not a robot. I promise I'm not. If you bring up the strength card, boom, there she is. What is this? This is a symbol picture. It's an illustration that goes straight to the core of the subconscious mind. You have strength when you have a luminous gate over your head, which means infinity, which means you are connected to the heaven realms in your crown. You're wearing a white garment. White represents purity. You have the red on you too, the red flowers. You always see red and white in the tarot. Red represents the passion, the fire, the love. Yes? White represents the purity, the cleanliness. You have a pure soul, a pure spirit, emotional purity, being pristine in your emotions, like what's in that spell over there, or the spell that's now dispersed throughout the whole universe. And here she is, this calm woman. Look how calm her face is. And what is she doing? She is gently closing the mouth of the lion. And look at the body of the lion. It is submitting to her will. This is your beastly nature. This lion right here. The beastly nature that comes out of me like, rah! I've seen my beastly nature on more than one occasion. I've seen my own lion. Have you seen your own lion? But people are looking for a lion. Don't be dumbasses, Christians. I'm not talking to y'all. Wow, they're looking for a real lion. I mean, this is kindergarten. Doesn't make sense. I had to really ponder these things and really, and the same, this is another form of Daniel in the lion's den. Same story. The same exact thing. Calm and master your beastly nature. What is the beastly nature? The beastly nature is the lower self that is crass, unrefined, destructive, and it's just a beast. It just kills things and eats them raw and just, it's a beast. Elevate from your beastly nature that she did not get rid of her lion. Do you notice that? That within us, we want that fierceness. We want it. This is about integrating all aspects of yourself. Most people don't want to look at their beastly nature. They don't even want to tell you that they have a beastly nature. I run from those people because it's only a matter of time. If they're completely unaware of their beastly nature, it's only a matter of time before their beastly nature comes out and wow, and you're going to have 4 big slices across your face from the claws. Oh, we all have a beastly nature. Do you know your beastly nature? And how have you done this? That's the great work right here, one picture. That's the great work. Use your divinity, your infinity on your crown, your head, with your pure emotions, pure intentions, purity of heart, love, and light. And the red flowers of love and passionate fire. You've got to have that too. You can't just be all love and light, love and light, love and light. You got to have some power and some fire in there too. I mean, if you listen to some of these prophets, they would come with fire and they would be burning. That's really what they're talking about. They're not talking about a real hell where you just stay there forever. I mean, these are kindergarten misconceptions. And when you elevate, and you ask the universe, can you help me understand the mysteries? And they begin to open the mysteries to you. They're like gates opening. You can't just run through all the gates at once. You just get fried. They're openings, and you are ushered through. You can't even walk through on your own. You're ushered through by higher realms. You're ushered into greater and greater understanding of the mysteries. For what? To share, to make your life elevated and the lives of everyone who desires to elevate their life. It's for a purpose that they are ushering you into the greater mysteries. I'm the head mistress of a mystery school. I should know these things. It would be great for me to know these things. And I'm going to teach them. And they know I'm going to share everything that I've learned to the appropriate people in the appropriate way, in the appropriate time, to the best I can. I'm not perfect with that. I'm not perfect with anything. I make a lot of fucking mistakes because I do a lot. People that do a lot, that are in motion, actually make way more mistakes than people that are sitting on a couch in cave number one, being couch potatoes and not dragon riders. If you're a dragon rider, you're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. Don't be afraid of mistakes. They're great. They teach you so much. So, this is Daniel in the lion's den. The tarot has another way of showing it to you. Either way, you want to calm your beastly nature, and you can hang out with the lions. They won't gobble you. Your beastly nature will not gobble you, gobble your life, and gobble all the people around you. This is high magic. This is the great work of transforming yourself. This is the Philosopher's Stone of transforming yourself from lead into gold. That is the great work right here. It's the same what we do in magic. It's the exact same. I feel I'm saying something really important now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for saying this through my mouth. I feel that this is very important for us. So thankful. I just have to give thanks for a moment. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful. If we get this, we will not be, as Paul said, babies drinking milk. You need some steak. This is spiritual steak. And most people that are in church really can't do steak. So we give them a bottle. Here, baby, sit here. And I heard Juanita Bynum say something very profound the other day. Juanita Bynum said, I watched a TikTok of Juanita Bynum, and she was in a church service or something, and she was like, and if you think you can get to God while you're listening to secular music, you can't. You better stop listening to secular music, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And something in me said, and you know, of course, the TikToker was saying, what is this woman talking about? And something in me said, she is exactly right. Because the people she is talking to in that church that are in the grips of something that is not helpful, she is talking to who? To the group of people that are in that church. And I promise you, she was saying the right thing to the people that were in front of her. I promise you. You see, you wouldn't say the same thing to a crackhead that you would say to a professor. You wouldn't say the same thing to Sadhguru or Gandhi or Buddha or Jesus or Muji that you would say to a kindergartner. These are different people. And when you're in church, you're in fucking kindergarten. Don't lie, okay? Okay. Don't steal, okay? Okay. Don't listen to secular music, okay? It'll mess you up because you're teetering. Okay. You're teetering. You don't know whether to bust a cap in somebody's ass or to say a prayer. If a bunch of gangsters came in here right now, I would not tell them to listen to secular music. No, you need to clear and purify your spirit. You need to be on a diet of gospel music for the next 3 years. She was absolutely right. It's just that it wasn't for you. Oh no, that woman is anointed. I recognize anointing when I see it, and so do you. That woman is anointed. And I'm not saying that everything that comes out of a person's mouth who's anointed for what they do is right and true. I'm not saying that. I'm not even suggesting that. What I'm saying is that when I heard it, it rang as true for me. Not in the way people are hearing it. Juanita Bynum said, I got a ton of secular music in my phone. I use secular music to heal because music heals. We use music to heal people all the time. It's part of what we do in soul excursions. You come into the room, you are going to hear some music. It's not even just soul excursions. Any event, you come to 222, you are going to hear some music, you are going to move, you are going to dance. We use music as a sacred technology. And we use all kinds. Why? Because our people are not in church anymore. If they are, they're in church in a different way. They're in church with, I can appreciate where I am. And they're not scoffing at church. Sometimes I fall into that trap. I'm like, oh Lord, these crazy Christians. Let me not scoff and let me not judge. Different people at different places in their walk. And when I was dropping it like it was hot in the club, yes, I was in the vibration of music that was secular music. And it was the kind of secular music that was like, I don't see nothing wrong. Come on, R. Kelly. And what was R. Kelly doing while he was making that music? Sleeping with girls that was in high school. Come on now, that energy is coming through to you. Why do you think he was making all those records? See, this woman understands energy. What were these people doing while they were making that music? Doing a line of coke. And then I'm not saying he was doing a line of coke. Some of these people are doing lines of coke and then they make a song. And then because that's the only way they can get into some elevated place. And if you have a weakness for a line of coke, or if you are addicted to coke, that's what you'll connect to in that current stream of energy. Everything's energy. And you might be right back in remission again, or whatever they call it when you. No, remission is good. It's for cancer. Thank you, Spirit. What do they call it when you come off drugs and you're clean, and then you might have a little, it happens. It's normal. It's okay.
Relapse.
Thank you. Relapse. Right. That's it. Right? You might have a relapse because you can pick up, you can detect, because everything's energy. Everything's energy. Because you are in such close connection with that spirit and that energetic flow of not marijuana, of cocaine. And there's nothing wrong with cocaine. People just think it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with cocaine. Have a little cocaine you like. I'm not telling you to have cocaine. I'm just simply saying no judgment on cocaine. Well, this it has an energy. And if you were hooked on cocaine, or you had a habit of cocaine, and the person who was making the music was on the cocaine, you will be able to tap into that. And maybe you're hearing that music and it flops you back into cocaine use. And I guess we could hopefully say that maybe the gospel music creators are not on cocaine when they're doing it. I hope. Some could be. We don't know. Generally, we would think that the gospel music, and you can tell from some gospel music, it is very high vibration. And that's what these people need. Juanita Bynum is helping these people lift to a higher vibration in their life. And she's saying it with force and power and genuineness. So don't think that some of the things they're telling you are bad. They're to you at the level of consciousness that you are currently dwelling at. You don't say the same thing to different people at different levels of consciousness. Now, to return to the course, or to return to the reading of the course, what we are talking about today, with this being surrounded by the holy thoughts of God, the angels, is we are talking about elevating above the crass, low vibrational, you know what my lower self cares about? The lowest of yourself, your survival consciousness self, sex and survival. That's all it cares about. It wants to have more sex and it wants to survive. So it's just survival consciousness. No, nothing wrong with sex. Nothing wrong with it. Yet the lower self is driven by a lustful spirit. Sex and lust is two different things. We could say that Tantra is the highest sexual expression and lust is the lowest. It's like polarity. If you're captured by a lustful spirit, which I've known quite a few people captured by a lustful spirit, and it's a very difficult spirit to contend with because it accosts you at night. You're going to invite a succubus or an incubus at night. It's a very strong spirit of lust. And lust is different from sex and tantra and being free, and you're not chained by it. They have something in the tarot for this too. Oh, yes, they do. It's all in the tarot. Let's go to the devil card in the tarot. And here you're going to see exactly what that looks like. Because I feel like the visual helps us. There you go. Do you see what that looks like? Do you see what the lust looks like? First of all, under the aegis of a being that has a downward pointed 5-pointed star. Most people just run from a 5-pointed star with having no knowledge of what it means, no sacred symbology in their languaging, in their mental maps. And the Bible is full of sacred symbols, including the 6-pointed star, which is the star of the Jewish people, Star of David, the 5-pointed star, which is the star of the witch and magical people, pagan people, the downward facing 5-pointed star, which is representative of the devil and the 5 senses. And you see these two? Chained. They're voluntarily chained. Look how loose this chain is. Look how loose this chain is. But on fire. This is the lust right here. On fire. Her eating the fruit, supposedly. Chained. Chained to what? To the 5 senses. That's all the lower self cares about. Smell, taste, touch, sight, ears. That's all it cares about. It can't see anything beyond that. Therefore, it's just in hedonism. Pure hedonism. That's all. Pure hedonism. Okay? So the tarot has something for everyone. The Holy Christ is born in me today. That means, or what we could say, is that this holy, pure self, this powerful self, this all-wise self that can heal the sick, raise the dead, stay the storm, that's you. All metaphors, yes. Hush. With a word, you can stay the storm with a word, hush. Or 3 words, peace, be still. Peace, be still. Same thing we tell to the storm of our thoughts. Peace to my mind, let all my thoughts be still. This is magic on yourself. Then, as you are still, as you allow yourself to be surrounded by the angels, the holy thoughts of God, you also remember you are a holy thought of God. The true Christ, the true elevated self with the lemniscate above your head, wearing a white gown, as they speak of in the white robes, as we do when we initiate our witches in the temple of Ma'at. They receive a white robe. Meditate on that. Meditate on that. And as you rise, the Christ is born. I have a question for you. Who is going to go beyond their beastly nature today? I am. I'm not going to be ratchet today. I might even go a whole day without cussing. Yes, I'm not going to be ratchet today. I'm not going to do it. Who is not going to be ratchet today? I'm not going to do it. The Christ is born in me today. The Christ is born as me today. Yes, I'm not. You get a day off. You get a day off, universe. I'm not going to be ratchet today. I can't make no promises about tomorrow. And today I'm not going to be ratchet. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you, family. Family, I just want to make an announcement for you on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. If you tried to access the Soul Excursions website and the Christian Witches website, they have been down since yesterday and it will be back up today. One way or the other, by a hook or by a crook, okay? They told me that it was going to be, first it wasn't accepting any of my cards, 3 different cards from 2 different banks. Then they finally got the charge to go through on their end and they cannot get the websites back up. I know what it is. I don't like this website provider. That's what it is. So this is me. Please forgive me and pardon me for working through my issues. Showing up as technology. I caused this whole thing. I know exactly how I caused it, and I'm going to not do it again. I'm going to do what I knew in me to do a long time ago, and that was to move these 2 websites to a new service provider. I had already done it with the Valerie Love website, but we get busy and blah, blah, blah. No excuses. I'm going to do it. So I got my messaging very clear. So please forgive me that the Christian Witches website and the Soul Excursions website are not up right now. Valerie Love website is just fine because I followed the inner guidance and the hunch. So now they're making it impossible for me not to follow the guidance. So those websites will move to another service provider. They'll be back up today. So I just want to let you know, hey, be patient. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your patience. And I also know that, technology does strange things. So I could not jump all over those people yesterday when I was with those people. I could feel my lower nature. Like, no, y'all, this is all paid for, and you mean you still don't have it together? I had to breathe because my lower nature would have been like, "Rah!" Customer service people get a lot of things, and technology people get a lot of things, and technology sometimes doesn't always work the way we want it to work. Why do we think that it should? That's an unrealistic expectation. There is no need for me to jump into just tell the people that you're connected with what's going on. Just communicate and just do your work and do what you know. A happy outcome to all things is sure. I will not be ratchet today, I promise you, not even with the tech people that are working on the websites. Okay? I will not be ratchet today. The Holy Christ is born in me today. Monique, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because this video and all of the ACIM videos do not run with ads. They are powered by the people. Click the join button below this video if you desire to join the channel and you get the juicy books. There's a library waiting for you of my books in ebook format when you join the channel. $4.99 per month, or you can just send a gift, whatever you desire, on Cash App. The links are below the vid. Love you. Mwah. Peace, guys. Yeah, ValerieLove.com.